Live from the Cajun capital of the world.
I'm the average Lafayette, Louisiana kid.
See, I'm back on my...
Hey, fellas. Hey, Brady Review said, congratulations. Say what's up, y'all. Yeah!
People that have courage don't have no extra gene. There's no difference in you. The difference is, are you going to sit down when it's time to stand up?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to a happy final time in the regular season post-game show where the Ragin' Cajuns get the series win over the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, baby. What a day. What a day. Lane, how you feeling, baby? Lane.
What
There
up?
you are. You froze there.
My computer,
second,
like,
buddy.
yeah,
You're...
it kept going for some reason. I don't know.
All right, it's fine. What's going on, man? How you feeling today?
A little hoarse.
Yeah.
I got there about the third inning, maybe top of the fourth after I got off work, and I didn't stop yelling the whole game. Whether it was at the umpires or whether it was at Coastal's bullpen that was being dumb.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some umpire things this weekend, and nothing I thought that was game defining. And going back, well, I don't want to get into it quite yet because I can go through that and talk about it, whatever. We'll talk about that in a second. Oh, look at Destiny. Oh, Destiny. That's my girl. That's my girl right there talking about it. That's what I'm talking about. Only because it benefited your other team, just saying. But we'll ignore that for today, and we'll take it. We'll take all the happiness from the Southern Piss fans, Southern Meth fans, whatever. Didn't I call them Southern Meth once? Yeah, that was weird. But we'll talk about it. We'll get into all
football
that.
Season, I think.
Yeah, we'll get into all of that in a second. We got to thank our sponsors because without these guys, especially the Best Stop, they make this thing happen. So let's thank them real quick. When we come back, we'll get into the fun stuff. Stick around.
We'd like to thank the following partners who make Ragin' Review possible. Our title sponsor, the Best Stop Family Market, with locations in Katy and Baytown, Texas, Toledo Bend, Karen Crow, and of course the official location opened in 1986 in Scott. Visit the Best Stop and ask about the Ragin' Review tailgate platters. Gulf Coast Bank, title sponsor of the Tailgate Show every Saturday 3 hours before kickoff. Planet Radio 106.7, Lafayette Roofing, The Yard Goat, Yes Please Branding and Marketing, Old Time Grocery, Stride Safety Solutions, Eat Lafayette brought to you by Lafayette Travel, Ragin' Hydration, and Dr. Brett Venable at Recovery Chiromed. And we'd also like to thank our Patreon sponsors listed here. For only $2 a month, you too could have early access to uncut interviews before they air here on our shows. You also get an exclusive Patreon icon next to your name on Cajun Threads, the official message form for Ragin' Review. If you are interested in joining as a Patreon, visit us at patreon.com/Ragin' Review. Thanks to all of our corporate and Patreon sponsors for making this show possible.
Thanks once again to the Best Stop who contribute every week. It seems like they have something going on, especially with our, you got to think we have tailgates and they contribute food. They're just such great partners. So thank you to the Best Stop. If you have a chance, visit them in Katy, in Baytown, Texas, Toledo Bend. If you're going out there, maybe you're hanging out in Manny, go out to Toledo Bend. Check them out while you're up there. They've also got one in Broussard, Karen Crow, and the Mothership in Scott, celebrating 40 years of Cajun goodness. We love those guys. So thank you again to the best stop. Let's talk about first lane. Let's get into the Friday night game where the Cajuns really kind of dominated, I would think, the Coastal Carolina shots by a score of 7-2. Louisiana got on the board first in the bottom of the first inning. Colt Brown, just doing Colt Brown things, man, with a excuse me, it wasn't Colt Brown, it was Lee Amadei. Regardless, whoever it was, we scored. We were 1-0. I'm drunk, dude. Leave me alone. Bottom of the first inning, Cajuns score. Somebody scored for the Cajuns. Coastal Carolina, of course, later in the game would come back and score a few runs behind that. But the big inning for the Cajuns was really in the bottom of the third inning. They got into some pitching trouble with their starter, who actually, I will say, I thought their starter was pretty good. The starter on Friday night was I can't remember his name. Luke Jones. I thought he was pretty good starter for Coastal Carolina, and I thought he would be a problem for us this weekend, but I thought we did a really good job getting to him, especially in the third inning, where Louisiana, again, I will go with Colt Brown this time because he singled to left field and scored a blaze from second base. That advanced Lee Amadei, and then later in the inning, Donovan LaSalle doubled down the right line. Donnie boy, our boy Don, he doubled down the left field line and scored a couple runs as well. It was 4-0 going into the fourth inning, and Coastal did not get a run, which was very impressive, by the way. I got to say, first of all, hats off to Cody Brash, who I think pitched probably the game of his career, the game of his life against Coastal Carolina. That dude just could not be touched, and they didn't score a run off of him. They ended up scoring in the top of the seventh. We gave up a couple of runs there. But outside of that, Lane, we came back, scored a couple of runs to take the final score to 7-2, and the Cajuns just never looked back in that game. It was one of those things where we put our foot on their necks. Finally, it happened. We put our foot on their necks. We got it done. It was fantastic. What you think about it, Lane?
Yeah, it was a solid performance from the pitching staff. I mean, you can't get much better than that when you need a win in the worst way to try and jump up in the RPI and jump up in the conference.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Lane. Are you still there? All right, I think you froze on us. The boys are out at the tailgate. Hey, whoever's there, turn your camera to landscape mode, please, so we can see what's going on. There we go. Oh, thank you guys for texting me back, by the way. Been sitting here texting you guys. What's going on? What's going on? Silence.
Get around to it. How do you take it off from you? Huh? That's what we're doing.
Is it off of mute?
And they're not even ready to talk. What are you guys doing?
So this is the mute button. I got
Okay.
hit it.
Oh, so I've
We're
been
good?
talking.
Can you hear me, Nick?
I can
Right there.
hear you. Hey, by the
All right,
way,
Nick, what's going on, baby? We are live from MLT Moorfield on site with the boys, baby.
that's a fantastic background, baby. Look at that. Backdrop City. Here we go. This
Nick,
is what
you
we
wanna-
need.
Nick, you want to hear something
Don't get-
crazy? We got
Don't get
clearance.
kicked out.
We got clearance to do this, my brother.
Okay.
Ranger Review live on site on the biggest win in probably the last 4 or 5 years. Cajuns win, baby!
Biggest one in the Dex era.
And by the way, it started on Friday night with Cody Brash. Can we brag about how good Cody was on Friday night?
I mean, Cody has done Cody things all year, right? So the linchpin of the whole weekend series was Cody. We knew that. And Cody gave us another quality outing to basically set everything off for the weekend. The offense showing up Friday night was the biggest unknown, and it happened once again. Now, listen, I'm fast forwarding to Saturday. Credit to Coastal. They threw two of their best arms, possibly in the entire Sun Belt. Darren Horn is an unbelievable reliever. He was untouchable, and half of the guys on the team for the Cajuns would admit that. But listen, the storyline of the entire weekend was today. The Cajuns kept it close just enough to get the win. And guess what? Tyler Pappenbrock shut it out at the end of the ball game, which is what we've been saying all year long. We needed him to show up, and he showed up. And lastly, I'll give Ty Roman his flowers. once again. A great outing by the Cajuns, and now we go to Montgomery.
Hey, let's talk about, but you cannot. Think about the Saturday game today without talking about Noah Lewis and Donnie LaSalle and their defense today. And I know, look, hey, what did Owen Galt do after he dropped that ball at second base? First thing he does is hit a single down the line. I mean, the guy, the defense today was fantastic, but you got to give credit to the guys in the outfield. What an unbelievable day for those dudes.
The outfield put on a complete show for us today. The amount of plays that these outfielders got us in crucial binds. Donnie LaSalle was phenomenal defensively in the outfield. Noah Lewis, the sliding plays that he caught was so crucial. That changes the whole game. The outfield pretty much won us the game almost. Ty Roman threw the best game of his life, and we needed him to show up. The outfield was so impressive. The plays they made, the catches, the layouts, the diving plays, that changes the whole game of the whole. It completely changes everything. What Noah and Donnie did today was completely phenomenal.
I'm sorry, guys. I just got to do something real quick. I am just taking it in at the fact that we're doing this from inside the Teague right now with permission. Boys, whatever y'all did, this was fantastic. Unmute yourself. Hold on.
Let me say one thing, and then I want to turn it to Kev. I want to turn it to Josh, who's finally on camera again. Shout out to the Cooking Club. They allowed us to come after the fact. They're cleaning up back here right behind us. We love the Cooking Club. They are an extension of what we do at Section A. They're an extension of what we do at the game. Man, what a just everybody's riding high right now. This is one of the biggest wins at home in a very long time, Nick, and everybody's just they're just drinking in the moment. Literally drinking in the moment.
Yeah, I couldn't even get through the first inning of explaining the first game because I'm a little bit litty. I'm good though. Kev, talk to me. What's going on? What's up, Big Cat? I see Big Cat out there. What's going on? Kev, tell us what's happening, baby. What's on your mind?
Yeah, Kev. Yep, baby.
I mean, what more can you ask for? How many times have you said it? Like Josh said, this is the biggest win probably in the Degs era. It wasn't really pretty. Depends on what kind of ball games you like. But for us, just to come out here after getting really punched in the mouth yesterday, a putrid offensive performance. I think everybody, including the guys, including the boys, they would agree that was a bad performance yesterday. To come out and Coastal responded from a bad performance Thursday night. For us to come out here today in a game that we absolutely had to win, it's a playoff game. And win a tight ball game against more good arms and a really good Coastal team, it just speaks volumes to the entire season that this team's had. Just never giving up, coming back from adversity, fighting, finding ways to win. I mean, I can't even. I don't even remember how we scored runs. I'll be completely honest with you right now. I'm just caught in so much.
We scratched. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters at this point, dude. The fact
do.
is that we beat the number 20 team in the country that has been in the top 10 pretty much all season. We beat them 2 out of 3. And going in the conference tournament, I don't give a shit if we're seed 7 at this point. I just want to play some more baseball. I think we're setting ourselves up to be in a great position. But guys, I get it. I get Coastal is not playing their best ball right now, but we just beat the defending runners-up and beat the defending national champions this year. And I don't care if you say you have a bullseye on you, Josh. We did it. We did what we were supposed to do this weekend.
So, look, I'm going to just say, Coastal Carolina coming into the Teague, we talked about the fact that we play well against this team in our park. And I know Degs wants to move the fences in, but the fact that the park played big this weekend helped us a lot. Let me back up to Friday, and I'm going to move into the day because today was a massive win, obviously. But on Friday, I think we punched them in the mouth, and some of their younger guys got to see what it's like to play big-time college baseball when the crowd is raucous and ready to win, and it's late in the season. That's big time. And I thought the crowd played a really big hand in the win on Friday. And also, look, I mean, our guys just stepped up and hit the baseball. I thought on Saturday, you saw 2 excellent arms. I'm not talking about good Sunbelt arms. I'm talking about a nationally recognized pitching staff 1 and 2, and I don't know if this young lineup was ready to see that. And they had moments last night. I'm not going to say they didn't, but I felt like their pitching, Coastal's pitching, was just too good for us last night. Oh, this is what it is. And by the
Sometimes
way-
you just have
and
to
by the way,
say
listen,
it was your night.
if you didn't think that Coastal was going to punch back last night, you don't know baseball, and you don't know this conference. They punched back. We tried our best. We had a couple of close calls early in the game. I felt like Coastal just showed up with their best, and they won the game. Fast forward to today. If you don't think Ty Roman just had his best performance as a D1 pitcher, then I don't even know what we're talking about.
Absolutely amazing.
Through 4 innings especially, and low pitch through, his breaking ball was very good, and he just kept battling back when he fell behind in counts. That is not the Ty Roman. I hate to say it. It's not a Ty Roman we've seen the majority of the season. Last week, Cole and I had a conversation. I don't think it made it to air, but Ty showed that he had some grit. He punched back last week. This week, he took it to a new level. So shout out to Ty Roman because he set the table for what happened in the last 3.5 innings. And then you saw Pap come in and look. I know that 34 came in and had a nice couple of outs. Pap and Brock, okay? And I've said on the show, I've said it in the chat, we talked about with the guys, I don't trust Pap. Never have. And I said today, if Pap can come in from that slot with his 88 and his little bitty slider, and he does still has, listen, I'm never going to say a negative thing about Pap ever again because he shut down a very hungry, very capable, very battle-tested lineup. He did it. 2.5 innings. I mean, look, there's nothing you can say about it, okay? There's a few times where I felt like officiating hurt our team today on offense. I felt like there was a few times where momentum really hinged on a pitch or two, and we didn't get the call, and the energy didn't go our way, and the boys stayed in the fight. Shout out to Donnie LaSalle. Are you kidding me? Boom. Look, his first at-bat was very good. His second at-bat was very good, and he was productive at the plate. But the defense from right field was a game changer.
Game changer.
Noah Lewis probably didn't have his best game as a center fielder yesterday. Today he did. Yep. Absolutely. Noah Lewis became the center fielder for the Louisiana Raging Cajuns as long as he wants to play at this park. I thought he was excellent. Shout out to Dino. Dino had a couple of moments this weekend, and today he was good. There were times where, again, the momentum didn't necessarily feel like it was in our favor, and guys stepped up. 3-2, it might not have been a sexy game. It may not have been that big bomb moment, whatever. Today was one of those games you got to win to find out if you're good enough to play in the postseason. And I thought we did that today. Yes, we did.
Hey, guys, by the way, I just want to point this out, and I don't know if this is relevant, and I'm sure you guys can't see the screen, but right now, 2026 baseball standings after today's games, and that includes Texas State, it has us at 16-14, Texas State at 16-14, and has us as the 6th seed as of right now. I don't know if that's a mistake, but I'm showing it on the screen right now. That's actually what the Sun Belt Conference website is showing.
Nick, I've confirmed with somebody that's with the program that we will be the 7th seed based off of the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
That's what
We
I
will
thought.
play Marshall.
Yeah, that's what this is.
We will play Marshall. I can't remember the time slot. I think he said either 2 or 3. Don't quote me on that. But we'll play Marshall in the single elimination game Tuesday.
Well, freaking bring it on. But I'm just telling you what the official site shows.
Yeah.
But that's not surprising because they'll still probably have people sitting in a studio in New Orleans when they could be at the freaking site at the game. But we're not going to talk about that because they might save $200 on hotel rooms. Mikey, man, you've been nodding your head. You've been bobbing up and down, man. What's on your mind? Tell me about this weekend.
Nick, I want to say one more thing before we throw it to him.
No,
I just want to say once again, the boys responded another weekend with Rigo being out. There was another weekend where second base was in flux. And OD stepped up all weekend long. All weekend long, he stepped up defensively and at the plate quietly and got the job done. So another weekend where Rigo's absence, the boys stepped up and won another series against the team that was in first place. And not only this, I haven't said this yet. Even Mark Collins being out. Mark Collins has been your your left fielder all conference long. And we were still able to fill the void with Dino. So, you lose 2 centerpieces of the lineup and you still beat the number 1 team in the conference. I
And he did it with defense.
He did it with defense and pitching.
Yeah.
Can we please shout out Blaze Rodriguez?
Oh my God. How good was Blaze this
Blaze,
weekend?
Blaze, middle infield. The middle infield.
The middle infield as a whole.
The
But
defense.
Blaze is, I don't know we lost the game on Saturday, but I gotta tell. Blaze's play with the bases loaded, I think in the seventh,
The turnaround jumper.
is still the greatest single defensive play I've ever seen in this park, considering what was at stake. I don't think anybody would argue my nuts. I mean, that was insane.
Yep.
So
And
shout out
let's talk
Blaze,
about
man.
Owen
And also,
Galt.
by the way, still producing at the leadoff spot.
By the way, let's talk about Owen Galt. And it's pissing me off more as the weeks go on because why did we switch an entire offense in the defensive infield to accommodate Marco playing second when the answer was always there with Owen Galt? We're seeing that today. He is the second baseman. Don't ask any questions. The play he made at first base, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, where he scooped up that, in front I think it was yesterday because Herm was kind of falling back and slipped and threw the ball to first.
He should have did it.
Come on, man. Owen Galt, I think, has shown he is the second baseman. Mike.
Made an absolute name for himself at the highest competition this weekend.
Yep.
Rigo going out. And look, this game where he drops the ball, when Coastal tries stealing, second base, OG drops the ball, right? They end up scoring that inning. What he did the next inning was phenomenal. 'Cause
Exactly.
He hit a base hit right up the middle, okay? Every fan completely forgot that he dropped the ball at second, right? He responded. The way Owen Galt responds was phenomenal this weekend. This guy just went, every routine play he made, he got every out that was hit his way. He responded whenever he had an accident in the field, right? And so what Owen Galt's doing with Rigo being out is just completely phenomenal. He's playing perfectly well when we need him to. I mean, we playing Coastal when we absolutely need to beat them. And OG stepped up this weekend, offensively and defensively. Props to OG. You looked fantastic this weekend.
Now let's talk about, and I think if you're reading it by the absolute book, the answer is yes, it was the correct call, but I still call bullshit because when Donnie hit that single, it was called out for running outside
Bullshit
of
call.
the lane.
Totally agree.
Dude, the only reason he was called is because the pitcher threw a shitty throw down to first base and hit him. And they're like, oh, well, that's interference. And the fact that the guy that made the call got to go review it is bullshit because
But the
he
ball
took
hit the
15
ground first,
seconds.
so, yeah.
It was
What
like
do
I
you
didn't
talk
do it.
about? Exactly.
I mean, am I missing something there? I
No.
thought he was
No, it's
maybe
all-
by the absolute rule, he wasn't exactly in the box, but he wasn't trying to
He
impede
never left the
anything.
line. What do you mean it was in the box?
So you establish your own baseline.
That's
right?
correct.
And if by definition, if
It's
you
3
review
feet.
it, he was literally on the white
He's
line,
standing on the
touching the green bag. And not only that, wait,
He's not even.
wait,
He's on
not
the
only
right
that,
side of the
the
line.
catcher short hopped the first baseman by 3 feet.
Yes.
I
He
know.
short hopped it by 3 feet.
That
It wasn't
changes
even
the entire play.
It wasn't even a competitive play,
Yes.
and it did at the time. It absolutely changed the ball
It
game.
did. Cost us
But
Yep.
hey, shout out to the boys for zoning back in, getting the job done, pitching, defense, all of it. We were able to overcome that and get it done. But Nick, great point. Absolutely, it was a bullshit call.
It was a horrible call.
And it was a horrible call by the center, the home plate umpire should have never took it upon himself to make that call when the first base umpire is standing on the bag waiting to make that call. Dude, it was lining up Donnie's way. It was just an asinine. It was terrible.
Oh.
Terrible.
Saturday in the Sun Belt.
Here's my problem with it. And it's happened multiple times this year. And I've called him out on it. You have a play that's probably not that close, which this play wasn't close, he was safe. And you go and review it, and you still get the call wrong. How does that happen?
Pride.
Why
Well,
are we
because
not
the guy
holding
who
people
made the
accountable
call,
for this?
and by the
Why
way-
are we not going back after this in New Orleans and looking at these things and holding people accountable? Because it continues to happen over and over and over again. That's what I'm upset about.
Well, first of all,
It's
because it
nonstop.
didn't go to New Orleans. Second of all, is because
No. I'm talking about after the fact, after the game,
Oh.
during the weeks
general.
after in general. Why, during the course of the entire season, have the Sun Belt officials been absolute dog shit and they have never been held accountable? That's
Well,
what
look,
pisses me off.
I will give Carl Benson, as I don't know what his legacy will ever be, and I know the guy was kind of perceived as an a-hole, but that dude, first of all, saved the conference, and second of all, he wasn't scared to publicly, tell the story that we need to hear. Oh, okay, these officials made the wrong call. We're disciplining them, and that's happened, especially one time with Rowe, where the guy said he bumped him, which was bullshit. We all saw it, but I'm with you, Kev. Like, we need some sort of accountability from the conference on this. But again, we're a Keith Gill conference where we don't we don't talk about anything. Just like in the basketball conversation last year with the tournament, we didn't even know what the roles were. Oh, here we go. Section A has showed up. Jared Bro in the house. We got Camille in the back. We got Big Cat. I don't know everybody's
What up, Nick,
names.
baby? What's going on?
Dude, this is awesome.
Tell him. Give us a quick one. All right, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. I thought it was a great game. There's a lot of what ifs about the pitching. I think we were pitching for the conference tournament. I like it. It's fun. We won the game. That's all that matters. Let's go. They don't want to see us in the tournament. That's all I gotta say. Let's go. Yeah,
You know what's funny? What's funny is that if we win this game, my understanding is if we win the first game in the tournament, guess who we play next? Coastal. So we'll see that starting pitcher from Friday probably again. Who do we throw at them? I don't know at that point. But, we just need to win 2 games. Am I wrong in saying we just need to win 2 games in the tournament? That is my thought, but what are you guys thinking there?
You can't argue against the 2 best teams in the conference. It's a number 5 conference.
Two would punch your ticket. I think 1 would be enough. I honestly do. I think with what we did this weekend, I think if you win 1, convincingly 1, I think we're okay.
Depending on the
2, you punch your ticket. I think you're not wrong, Nick. I think you're okay.
If you look at our resume, there's no way with the RPI rating in the 30s you keep us out. Okay, we're 8-10 now against Q1s. We've beaten the number 1 and number 2 teams in the Sun Belt Conference, who happens to be the number 4 RPI conference in the country, twice. You have not lost to a Power 4 team all year. I believe you're like 8-0 against Power 4 teams. And you've had some convincing road series wins against conference teams, against teams that hit, against teams that pitch. We've done it. We've beaten every type of team there is. So, I mean, at this point, if you win a game, if you beat Marshall on Tuesday, in my honest opinion, we're in. Send us anywhere. I don't care where you send us. Just send us.
What Kevin said, you beat the number 1 pitching staff in Arkansas State. You beat the number 1 offense in App State. You beat the number 1 consistency in Southern Miss, number 2 consistency. What more? The Sun Belt Conference, which is 5th in the RPI now as a conference, we should probably be 4th. We should probably be 4th if UCLA wasn't in the Big Ten. You took 4 of the biggest series that you were asked to take. What more do we need other than winning a game or 2 in the tournament? I think we are sitting very pretty right now.
Half ball will travel.
Who is, by the way, who's wearing the number 22 jersey? I can never remember his name.
Hudson.
Big Hud.
My boy is at every single tailgate, every single game. Hudson, you're amazing, dude. By the way,
say something, bro.
Yo, Cajuns, we
there
in the
you go.
region.
That's all we needed. That's all we needed.
That's all it needs to be said. Go Cajuns, we in the regions.
866-454-RAGE. We do have the phone lines open, so if you do want to call, I think I've got it set up right. We're going to see if we have anything. But
So, Nick.
Jared Bro just came on, and now he's commenting. Donnie had a great defensive game.
You were back to the tailgate.
Noah had a great defensive game. All-around great win. Boys, I'm just taking this in. Honestly. I'm just taking it all in this point.
Show the goals.
Hey, Nick.
Oh, look at the wives are here. And who's holding the camera right now? Who's holding the phone?
Who's holding the camera? We got 2 from. Can you hear us? Okay, listen, Nick. Nick, I want to say a shout out to our boy Dick, who graduated today.
There you go, brother. I saw him wearing the cap and gown at the tailgate today.
I know.
Good job, bro.
Wear it just now. I should go put it on, right?
Go do it, man. Absolutely.
Alumni.
There you go. And then we got Doug. I don't know what to say about Doug. Doug's just Doug.
We got to shave his head now. Where's the
Doug,
scissors?
can we shave?
Wait,
Can we do that
we're
right
gonna
now?
shave his head. We're gonna shave his head tonight because he said these boys couldn't win 30 games, and we way past that. We shaving that head tonight. Pop Tart in the building.
Where are we doing that?
Pop Tart. Let's go.
Oh, Pop Tart's here. Oh my.
We got something to say.
All right. This is getting out of hand, but I'm loving it, man. Pop Tart is in the house.
Yeah, don't stand.
So,
Get his cancer, Juju.
so we have a little conference tournament.
A little comfort.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I got you, Nick Domain. But let me ask you this: what happens if we get shellacked on Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever the fuck?
I thought he was gonna ask him.
Well, first of all, Pop Tart, we're playing Marshall. I don't see that happening. However, if it does, I still think.
Oh yeah, because I didn't see us getting bulldozed by ULM at home.
I still think we're in a good spot. Still think we're good.
Yeah, you're right. We're in a great spot.
You got the big screen, kids.
I feel like I want to ask you questions. Like,
there's no way you believe we're in a good spot right now.
I want to ask you more questions. Like, do you know? Oh, Chico's here. Oh man, this is Raging Review After Dark.
Sorry.
But I do kind of want to ask him. Like, I want to ask Pop Tart questions. Like,
He can hear you.
I don't know, man.
Bring it
I
on,
think you're
T.
the most interesting man in the world, according to these guys at Raging Review.
No, not really.
More about you.
No.
You know what TSAT means now?
Yeah.
What time you had?
That TSAT thing is kind of interesting to me, though. Bring it on, T. Hang on. What is it?
The school across the bed and school across the base.
That school. My bad. Yeah.
So are we playing? So first of all, guys, y'all might know more than me. Are we playing Marshall or South Alabama? Because Grant Rougeau is telling me we're playing South Alabama.
Who cares? We're about to get bulldozed.
No, we're not. What makes you think that, man?
Marshall, by the way.
Because we have no more pitching. If we play on Tuesday, we have no pitching.
You don't think we can take
We got everybody.
Sawyer Pruitt and pitch him as a starter on when are we playing Tuesday? Tuesday at 2? I think we're good.
You're right.
Good job. We muted?
It's unmuted now.
Okay, go ahead.
I just wanted to say we've been proving you wrong all season. And
Really?
you know what? I like the dynamic. Believe in what you got to believe in.
Hey, look,
It's work. All that matters is the end result is us winning.
you get me to a regional, Big Daddy's going.
Yep.
Don't care where it's at.
That's it.
Unless it's UCLA.
That's it.
Yeah, we're not going to the West Coast.
I'm not going
to the
there.
West Coast. No.
Pop Tart, I did get a request from one of our listeners or viewers. They said, please tell Pop Tart to go run the bases.
We'll do it.
Will you do that right now?
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna need 14 cigarettes by the time I
Do it with the camera. Do it with the camera.
Here we go.
Come
First
on,
of all,
man.
Pop
Take the
Tart is-
camera and do it. That would be even better.
Nick, first of all, Pop Tart is not going to run the bases. As is.
Where I gotta run the bases from?
Wherever
first
you
to third?
decide. First base.
bro.
Go first base home.
And slides
That's
a
good.
second.
Oh, I gotta slide.
You don't have to do anything. You do
I'm
what you
cool
want,
ass like a
Pop-Tart.
motherfucker, but I ain't.
No, it's not. I will say this, though. I have consulted Mr. Pop Tart here to not run the bases.
Yeah,
Well, JP is saying run home to home. I don't know about all that.
Y'all bring it in.
Uh-oh.
There's too many idiots
Admin's
right here.
telling
Come
us
on,
to
bring
get
it in.
out. I know him.
All right, you want me to be PG now?
No.
I got this.
I never want you to. Hi, Nick. Your whole appeal is not being peachy. All in all, great weekend. The boys are riding high. Tailgate's riding high. Pop Tart's riding high. Don't let his negativity fool you. That man was high-fiving like a motherfucker in Section 8 today, baby. We had to go.
Oh, there's no doubt I was high fiving.
By the way, this is the talking stick because we're all together live, and I'm going to give it to Mike because Mike has been the most optimistic force of all of the team this weekend, outside of me, negative as
Even more than
He
Kevin?
also had the best 10 seconds of the season.
Yeah. Say what
But
you want.
wait, Mike was even more optimistic than Kevin?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
No, I had to be the optimist and set today. Kevin,
no way.
and Shelby. Look, Shelby. By the way,
No.
Nick, Shelby is behind the scenes.
No.
The
I
phone.
figured that.
Shelby is doing her part today. She is fantastic. But there was times today that Kevin was a negative Nelly. Look, that shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
I was the negative Nelly last night. You were the negative Nelly today, and I was the positive Peter.
Make sure I'm getting the picture. When I started counting down outs, when I started,
There's no way. That's not
negative. When I started counting down, I would have caught it. From the 7th inning, Kevin said, "It's too early for that. It's too early.
This is super.
That's what.
It's not negative.
He wasn't wrong.
It's not score negative. Score again.
It's not being negative.
He
It's
wasn't
a
wrong.
super bench.
He wasn't wrong.
By the way, we can all blame. We can all blame. Boys, listen, this is important. We can blame.
Can we play a game?
We can blame Jay Walker for blowing Spencer Arangetti's no-hitter because he mentioned it on the broadcast.
I'm about to be in.
And guess what happened after Spencer Arangetti had a no-hitter through 8? And
Who cares? The
Jay
Astros
mentioned
They
it.
lost.
He gave up a base hit.
Blue Astros.
We talking about the Cajuns right now. We ain't talking about
I
that.
know. I'm just saying.
Nicholas.
I had to get that off of my chest because that hurt my feelings.
Hey, what the hell am I doing right here?
I don't know. What are you doing? Where
I'm just
are you
like
go run the
podcasting
bases?
and shit.
You are on the most popular UL sports platform in history.
In the world.
In
Okay,
history.
I got you.
You're welcome.
I got you.
Just sit pretty and drink your Miller.
Owen said it.
Pretty. Hey, that's a rough.
Doug said
That's
it's ball snip.
I might be the ugliest human being on the planet.
Yeah, we're getting to Rage and Review after dark time, but I do want to say the phone lines are open, 866-454.
Oh, we can do it after dark?
If you want to get in.
It's we kind of there. What the heck?
Pop-Tart, check your phone. Let's see.
Hey,
Jared
Nick,
Rose
I got a
saying
question.
it's all Jay's fault. I agree. I hate Kevin Schnall now.
Yeah, Schnall sucks, but
Who's Nick?
I have a question.
Who's Nick? Who's Jay? Walker?
Later in the game today,
Oh, he's up
how did it come off on television where guys are taking timeouts and weird moments and they tried to kind of like big league us a little bit and they were arguing with umpires for nothing and did it come off bad on television? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, in the crowd, we got after them.
Well, no. Here's my thing. I said earlier in the game, like when they started doing this timeout thing, and I have a cramp, and this, and let's.
Which, by the way,
sure about this.
I get it.
I feel like every time we score a run to go ahead, it feels like a head coach of another team questions the run or the play or whatever. Schnall did that all weekend. I don't know what his deal was. But yes, I agree with you, Josh. I thought it was him trying to big league us. I don't know. I agree with you.
I think the atmosphere had a lot to play with these last 3 games.
Friday for sure.
The atmosphere.
Friday was
Oh, we lost, dummy.
They were locked in.
it was still
He's talking about Thursday.
Excuse me.
Thursday. He's talking about Thursday.
Thursday was a zip.
So, yeah, I want to take another. I want to shout out Cajun Nation because the coach, the media, and the fans all kind of a little bit called out Cajun Nation this weekend. Not in a bad way, but just for us to show up. And I will say Thursday night, 46,000. And 12.
In the Superdome?
612. It felt like 46,000.
We had 46,000.
4,612 Thursday night.
And by the way,
5,026 Friday night, which is good for the 20th. 5,026. The 20th largest crowd in MLT Moorfield history, which has a lot of big crowds, right? We're talking 6,000, 7,000.
and Little League and travel ball and all, they're doing playoffs right now. So graduation, and it's a graduation, and it is a school Thursday night.
Crap.
The fact that you get
Guys.
4,000 plus, that doesn't happen in other areas.
Guys, we have
You don't get that anywhere else.
some very important news, breaking news. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Gord Brown's leaving.
No. This is
I'm gonna
this is
kick your
worse.
fucking ass
This
on
is worse.
camera.
Coastal tested positive for COVID. We'll have to forfeit the Wednesday. JP is on the scoop on that.
But today, you're gonna love this. Y'all are gonna love this. The attendance today, 4,936. 4,936 people in there.
Bruh, I know how they calculate attendance over there. That was on purpose. I'm just saying. Somebody did that.
Fluky's a pussy.
Wait. Did bro just shotgun a beer? I missed that, bro.
Man, he
Let's go,
shotgun.
baby! Hello! Listen to what Fluky, a top 5 pick in the MLB draft next year, did to our fans. Let's go.
So after the game, we all went down by session A, and we're shaking the players' hands from both teams, and Fluky put one on the fans, enough. F y'all, I'm not shaking your hands. And then continued, hush out one of the fans.
Wow.
And he'll just
Are you kidding me?
Wow. Great look, Fluky.
Put that on me.
The great
Put that, put it.
love that. Eat shit, Fluky.
That boy lie.
That's why you got your ass.
That boy
Wow.
lie.
Fuck ass.
There's no way
Yeah.
he did
I like that.
I mean, his
You
name's.
know,
There's
I
no
was
way
kind
he
of
did that.
joking when I said he looked like he ran into a wall with his face first as a kid when he ham out the game. But like, I'm sticking by that. Like that's a dick move, and I hate the guy now. Cam Fluky is officially on my shit list. Way to go, Cam Fluky. That's terrible, man.
No, it was today.
Oh,
He is a fluky.
Oh, so it was
Right.
tonight that Fluky did that?
Yeah,
God has been
Screw
richer
that
than all of
dude,
us.
man.
Probably.
that's a fact.
Yeah, as we were feeding them on their way out. Screw you, dude. What was the just out of curiosity, did any Coastal fans show up to the tailgate? How were they this weekend? Let me unmute you guys because you guys are muted.
Nick, you ready to start a real conversation?
Conversation, right?
No, let's talk about it.
Okay. So if we're the 7th seed, you're going to play on Tuesday. The question is, do you throw Cody on short rest because he had a long outing, or do you throw Herm because he only pitched 4 innings? Discuss.
You throw Herm. I throw Herm. I'm a Herm guy. Let's throw Herm and then come back with Cody the next night. And by the way, what is their offense? What is their offense?
I mean, I'm thinking you go. I'm with you. I'm thinking you start Cody, you see what happens, keep him on a short leash, but I don't know, man.
Do we want to save it?
Here's the deal: we need 2 wins in this tournament, in my opinion. So I don't know. You guys are
Tuesday night against Marshall. It needs a rubber arm and he threw 88.
The point that he's making is, if you let Herm start against Marshall and you win that game and you save Cody for one more day against whoever we play, you might springboard yourself to 2 wins in the tournament going into win
Now
number
you're in the
3.
semis, and you got Ty Roman, you got all these.
Well, why don't we just start JR on Tuesday?
But no, it's the Tony. It's the Tony theory. Are you trying to win today, or are you trying to win the fucking tournament?
I don't. Right.
We're trying to win the tournament.
Bring that right here.
If you're trying to win the tournament, it's Herm. It's Herm Cody.
Bring that to Big Dad.
I say that.
Guys, I have the utmost trust.
I disagree
that
with
Deggs
Josh.
will
I think
make
we're
the
not trying
right
to win.
decision. Go ahead.
We're not trying to win the tournament. We're in a position right now where we really need to focus on winning the game at hand. One game, in my opinion, probably
There you go.
gets you in that large.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cody Brash, Tuesday.
No, you want to win the
You can't do Cody Brand.
Okay, but listen, but
Grant,
Herm,
hold on, time out, guys. So Grant Rougeau's telling us we're not the 7th seed. Which seed are we?
we are the 7th
I'm
seed.
reading that we're
That's
the 6th.
been
It's confirmed.
That's over.
But here's the thing.
It came out from the Sun Belt.
Let
so
me
it's
just tell you
17.
this.
Say something.
Say it again, Lane.
The Sun Belt said we're 7th seed. But go ahead, Pop-Tart.
Montgomery plays big like the Teague,
Lane's
right?
Lane's on.
Okay, well, Lane, it doesn't matter. Montgomery plays big like the Teague. So throwing Herman is not like
Who
the end of the world.
cares?
You can win with Herman and you save Cody another day.
I was about to say the same thing.
Who cares?
But not
You have the
Herm,
best offensive line in the history of college baseball. It doesn't matter who you
He's 11-year Russell.
All right, I'm going to mute these guys just because I have to make a point. There was conversations in the Twitterverse in the I thought we were 6th seed. When I'm looking at the Sun Belt Conference standings, we're number 6. You're telling me differently,
Sorry.
Lane. Our viewers are telling me differently, but some are agreeing with me. What are we right now?
So
I
the
don't-
Sun Belt came out with the graphic about 10 minutes ago saying that we are the 7th seed and we will play Marshall.
Okay.
Who is the 10 seed?
That's
Just
what we
listen.
got.
I think no matter if it's I think Herm first, then Brash. But in all honesty, let's be real.
It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter. If Brash or Herm starts and goes flip flop, either way. I think in that scenario we still 2 games good to go, and we're good.
At this point, you
I
can
agree.
put Doug Edwards on the freaking mound, and we have the best
Let's not,
offensive
boys.
line in the country.
You see,
And there's no way,
that I'm here for.
there's no way we can lose.
We're getting off the rails here. I know Jerry's calling in. Jerry, what's up, bud?
What on the planet?
Man, we got
We got to wrap this.
Hey, guys. Yeah. You guys hold on one second. We've
Let's
got
go.
a caller.
You got 5
We
seconds
have to go.
We gotta
They're
go.
kicking us off the field.
All right,
So these
guys.
lovely
Y'all have a
people-
good one. Thank y'all
Go
for tuning
Cajuns,
in.
baby.
Are kicking us off. We just want to say, go Cajuns.
Go Cajuns, baby. We took care
Live
of
from the
business
tee.
today. Let's go.
Good
How
job. Good
dare
job,
they
boy.
kick us off? That's some bullshit. Jerry, what's going on, man? What's on your mind?
You know, it's crazy. We add activity to the team even after the final finale, and they're still kicking us out, man. I mean, what the heck, bro? We still bringing love to the team in the post game after a good series.
Yeah,
and they
what
still don't
are
like
we hurting anything right now just by being out there?
it. Man, they no fun.
No
Well, look,
fun zone.
What's going on, Nick? What's going on, Lane? And shout out to my boys in Section A. Shout out to the guys at the Teague, man. I got to tell you, Nick, the Teague was rocking this weekend. I mean, all weekend long, all 3 days. The Cajun Nation showed up and showed out. I mean, the place was packed. Even last night, man, when Dino hit that triple in the 6th, the crowd was just waiting for something good to happen. You know, when Blaze made that Sports Center top 10 web gem at shortstop and got that out. I mean, even last
awesome.
night, as much as we struggled.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was loud. It was so loud. But no, shout out to the fans, man. Shout out to the fans for showing up, not just this weekend, but all season long. Cajun Nation really, really brought it at the Teague. And I'm going to tell you, man, this is the first time. I would say 2024 was similar, but I would say it was probably louder as a whole this year, where I would say it's probably one of the loudest seasons we've had since the new Teague opened in 2017. So I just want to give a shout out to the fans for making it fun, and shout out to the boys on the field for making just the home just that place we got something special, man. And I don't know if our fans really know it, or I know we do, but there's something special about that place, man. I know, Nick, you and I used to work at the old Teague, and it was special, but it's still there. There's something magical about that place that's still there. So wanted to give a shout out to the fans. But, you know, once again, we play up to our competition, man. And we did it in the 2 wins with good timely hits and good pitching. I mean, we held a team that can mash to 2 runs in 2 out of 3 games. And yesterday, when you think about it, man, they kind of opened up the floodgates after we lost a few breaks. I thought whenever Dino hit that triple to start the 6th last night and we couldn't score them, against a team like Coastal, you can't really do that.
That to me was a turning point in the entire game.
Yeah, especially when it's a 1-0 game that late, you know, every little break matters. And when you can't capitalize on it, it doesn't matter if it's Coastal or any other team. But if you're playing a good team at that caliber, it usually comes back to haunt you. And I thought from that point on, they took advantage of it and got a few breaks with their bats. But even last night, I mean, the wheels really didn't fall off till like the 7th or 8th inning. We were in that game for a good 7 innings. But I was very, very proud of the way the guys stepped up today and responded today. Ty Roman, another great performance. Another performance where he went about, 6 innings, I believe, just like last week. We needed that from him. I thought, Noah Lewis in the outfield, I sent in the group text, he reminds me of John Coker, man. The dude's got wings on the back of his feet in the outfield. I mean, it is unbelievable watching him run down fly balls. We got to keep him at every cost, every measure, and make sure he stays in the Cajuns uniform for a long time. Shout out to Donnie LaSalle out and right. that unbelievable catch he made in deep right center
But I think
field
you
in
got
the
to
gap,
say,
and the way he
shout out to Donnie and Noah, man, because that was freaking ridiculous
both
what they
of
did
them.
today.
Both of them. I mean, Donnie made that catch in like the second or third inning. He literally tosses it back to Noah to make sure the runner at first could get up, maybe possibly get a double play on that. I mean, the guys played with full effort today, and you know, we not only did we need this series win, but it goes to show you that we're a very competitive team on a national scale. I mean, we know we're not ranked, no, we're not in the top 25 or top 30, but we can compete with the best of them, and I think we've seen that in just about every big weekend series we've had. I think Cole mentioned it earlier. You took the series against Southern Miss. You took the series against Coastal. You're 7-0 against a P4 conference teams. You took 2 out of 3 against Dallas Baptist. I mean, the selection committee, I want to win 2 in Montgomery. The most important game in the history of Raging Cajuns baseball right now coming up is Marshall. You got to beat them. But from there, you play Coastal again. Even if you lose, you still have a chance at a double elimination. And I want to say the number 3 and number 6 seed is going to be between App State and Texas State. Even if we drop to Coastal, I still want to win one of those games. And at that point, Nick, I don't see why the selection committee would leave us out.
Well,
I mean,
look,
our resume against good.
You're going way ahead of me right now. All I'm worried about, and I just threw up the championship bracket for the first game 1 is at 3:00. It's Louisiana versus Marshall. That is the only game I care about. We still got to win the game, and I get it. Marshall is not what Marshall was when they beat us last year and a couple years ago, but it's still Marshall. Now, we got Taylor Sandiford this year, so we got a little bit of an edge for us as far as pitching goes, and knowing the what we're going to be dealing with. But at the same time, you still got to win that 3:00 game in game 1. That's huge. We got to do that.
Agreed. And we owe them, man. We owe them after last year. And honestly, I know we're debating whether or not, who to pitch and this and that. I mean, it's an interesting question because I think we can either go Herm or Cody. At that point, Cody will have about
couldn't you even go with our boy Sawyer Pruitt? I mean, he didn't throw a whole lot this weekend. I feel like he could potentially get the start against Marshall.
It's interesting, man. But at the same time, the dynamics to me, I look at it as, like you said, it's very important because it's single elimination. It can make it or break it for us, right? So we have to also take that approach. The question is, does Herm or Cody, if we decide to go one of those two, do they have enough time to rest up? I mean, let's be honest. It's 3 days from now. It's 72 hours, less than 72 hours. I mean, Herm pitched around like close to 90 pitches last night. Could you go with Herm? Will he be fully rested? Now, I know we go by the Tony Robichaux rule, 1 hour per pitch, but even then, that's cutting it close. So to your point, Sawyer went around, I think Sawyer pitched around, 30 to 40 last night. He could probably pull it off, but at the same time, it's the approach of this is make it or break it for our season. If we lose this game, it makes it a lot more difficult for the selection committee to look at us and go, yeah, we'll put them in as the last 4. So it's an interesting question, man. I do think Sandy and Beggs and whoever is making those decisions, they've got some serious conversations to be had about that. And like you said, I don't want to overlook Marshall either. So that's going to be interesting, man. That's a good question. I just want to win. I just want to win against Marshall. And I think you let the chips fall where they may. Because just to let people who don't know, this is single elimination, but if you in the play-in game, but if once you beat Marshall, it becomes double elimination. So even if you beat Marshall and lose to Coastal, you still have another shot at winning another game and then advancing as far as you want to. So, man, the first step was taking 2 out of 3 from Coastal. That's exactly what we did. Shout out to the freshmen this weekend, man. I can't stress that enough. I mean, Colt Brown, Noah Lewis. Even Sawyer didn't have his best outing, but I thought he did some things that looked promising. Shout out to OG. I mean, he's not a freshman, but shout out to OG, the way he played at second base. I know he worked while he waited quite often this year. Shout out to Drew at third. Lee, what a great way to go out as a senior out of the tee by his performance this weekend. Mandino did a great job at left field. And, of course, Blaze. at shortstop. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Nick. I know we kind of laughed when Deg said in the beginning of the year that he's a mixture between
Trabarge
and DeBarge. And Trabarge. Look, hey, the man lived up to his Trabarge name last night with that play he made. I mean, he did it twice. I think he made a play like that Thursday night too, where he made that spin move. I'm just like, what true freshman have you ever seen do something like that in the field for anybody, let alone us? I don't remember Blake or DeBarge making those plays. As much as I love those two guys, I don't remember them making some web gym twice in a weekend. So, God, like we have to do, like you said. What did we call them? What did you call them on X?
The Fantastic Five.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Or the Fantastic Five. Dude, we got to do everything we can to keep all five. I mean, I'm telling you, man, if we keep that group of five and we can bring some new guys in to contribute like they did, whether they're junior college guys or freshmen for the next year, keep that core. Dude, in the next 2 years, this team could be looking to host a regional.
Here's the problem, Jerry. We got to spend that money to move the fences in. We don't have money to give the guys to stay here. We got to move fences in, bro.
We got to spend the money to get a clubhouse. We got to spend the money for a new scoreboard. Then let's add to the budget of having to move the fences in. Which let's just say I had a conversation with a pretty influential person at the university, and when I brought it up, he wasn't too happy when I told him that. So I don't think we have too much to worry about anytime soon. I mean, I was told it can be anywhere from like, I think $500,000 to $1 million to move the entire fence. So,
which would be an absolutely stupid move because Coastal would hit 3 bombs today if we had the fence moved in. I'm just saying.
That is true. Look, man, there was one on Thursday night in the 9th. That's a 2-run bomb if you move the fences in. There were 1 or 2 last night, and there were 1 or 2 today. So, look, I said the other night that field plays to our advantage, and what do you know? It did exactly that for us to take the series. Don't touch the field. After this weekend, I am head pressed on that. Don't touch the doggone field. Anyway, on that note, just wanted to call and say, what's up, Lane? I know you're in the background as well. Hope you had a good time today. And Nick, are you in town all weekend, or are you just in for today? Or
no, I'm in all weekend. I'm heading to my office in the North Shore on Monday, but I'll be around pretty much all week.
Love it. Well, safe travels to you, man. And no, man, I guess we'll have an episode Monday, huh? Because we got the.
That I don't know. Y'all have to figure that out because I'll be in the middle of nowhere with no equipment. So I'll leave that to you guys.
We'll talk. Not a problem, man. We'll talk. But once again, shout out to Cajun Nation for showing up. Shout out to the seniors. And then shout out to this baseball program moving in the right direction after this weekend. Let's go take care of business in Montgomery. Go Cajuns, guys. Later, man.
Thanks, Jerry. 866-454-RAGE if you want to get in. We've got the phone lines open. We'd love to hear from you. Trying to get somebody special in the chat in just a few minutes. He's trying to hop on. I just sent him the link, Lane. So may have a special guest on very soon.
Before he comes on, I don't know if you have the picture saved that Cole sent in the group chat, but shout out to the people that came out to the tailgate. Not just this weekend, but all season long. I mean, Section A has grown, and a lot of them are older now, but they all have kids. And being able to not only hang out with friends and whatnot, but be able to hang out with player parents of players on the team, and then fans of the opposing teams is an awesome thing to do. And I want to say there was about 60 or 70 people in the picture that Cole sent. So I know they had a time out there today.
Yeah, let me see if I can get that on there real quick. We got a special guest backstage, so he'll be coming on in a second. But let me see if I can get that because I agree with you, man. I think that is important to show those guys. Let's see. I don't know, man. I'm so tired right now. I don't know what I'm doing. We're going to go with tired, bro. Not the other thing. I'll figure that out. In the meantime, let's bring on our friend, Oh, he's
there we go.
cleaning stuff off. Sorry. Sorry, man. I brought you in too soon.
That's
You were
all
trying
right.
to get ready for us. But you're looking good. I like the 36, Dave.
All right, I don't put this on too often.
I know.
Flat
I like it, man. But tell us what's on your mind. I know you were keeping an eye on this
Well,
game as well
shout
as the others.
out, to Pap and Brock. All right. And I remember this because he didn't look good in his first outing this year. All right. 5 runs on 2 hits, a couple of walks, and a hit batter. And he lasted a third of an inning against Missouri State. Against Coastal Carolina in a 1-run ball game, he gets 2 innings, 1 hit baseball, doesn't walk a guy. Does he get the win? I think he got the win. Did he get the win?
Did. Yeah.
Or the save?
No, I think he got the win, if I'm not mistaken.
So good job for Tyler Pappenbrock, right, Tyler? I'd be shocked if Andrew Herman pitches on 3 days rest, because then he's only going 50 pitches. I would be with you. I would go with Sawyer Pruitt to begin with. I know you need to win it. I think you need to win it.
But don't you think if we could rely on J.R. Tillett for
You can do that.
game?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. We could, but I'm saying if we could rely on him to come in and get a hot start, that would be so huge to kick off the tournament. I just don't know if we have confidence in his ability to get it done.
Well, you have Plan B. Deggs would always have Plan B.
Of course.
It's real. I mean, remember they're on short rest this week, and then they'd be extra short rest. You know, if you're doing 1 day of short rest, it's one thing. I have a feeling that's why Deggs brought Cody Brash out in the 6th.
Correct.
When he did, with that in mind. But I think it was for him to start Wednesday because they thought they were going to probably play on Wednesday. And then that would be okay. But Herm can't go on. The only thing would be on 3 days rest that maybe is throw day. But then you're limited to 50 pitches. Right? You're limited. And the last thing anyone's going to do in this situation is try to get somebody hurt. I would say this way, and it's baseball, so anything can happen. All right. But if you want to be an NCAA tournament team, go beat Marshall.
Yep.
All right. Beat Marshall.
Marshall's not been impressive this season.
Although, what's that?
Marshall's not been impressive this season. So you feel like you have the opportunity to go out and have a great game. But then again, we play up and down in competition.
Well,
so you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, it's baseball.
Now, look, having Coach Sandy from Marshall, we probably have a little bit of insight into what their pitching situation is. But still, you can't take anybody for granted.
Isn't the right fielder from the Cajuns? Didn't we have a Cajuns one of the Cajuns transferred to Marshall?
No, Sandy. So our pitching coach, Sandy, came from Marshall.
Well, he came over this way, but one of the outfielders.
Yeah, we did have an outfielder that went.
Oh, yeah, Jackson. What was his name?
Halter.
I can't remember his name. Halter.
Jackson Halter.
Yes, who happens to be
tore us up last year.
cousin of the Texas State head coach.
Yeah. It all comes full circle.
Sunbelt meaningless information for you guys.
Exactly.
Nonetheless, it is kind of odd that the Cajuns are in 7th place because JMU decided to show up today. If it's a 3-way tie, just make sure we understand this. If you are just joining in, what do you got there? What'd you pour? Did you pour something? Is that just soda?
Oh, I've got some Angels Envy third 3-barrel. That.
Triple O. Okay.
Yeah.
Lane, eventually he'll get some taste. Eventually. Just saying. Eventually he'll get some taste. Anyway.
It was a gift, man.
All right. Free bourbon is the best kind of bourbon.
There you
Absolutely.
go. Exactly.
So just to make sure we understand this, they are the 7th seed because they lost a head-to-head matchup to Texas State.
Correct.
All right. Which is odd because that's kind of where the season started to go down. Ironic, maybe? Coincidence? Maybe neither. That's where the season started to go down because they came in flying high into that Texas State series, winning the series at home, I think, against South Alabama, and then beating Houston, and then
the dip. Correct.
And then the dip because I don't know if it was who pitched. Was it Sawyer Pruitt pitched like 8 shutout innings or 7 shutout innings, and they couldn't get out of the 8th. They gave up a grand slam.
And to me, that set the tone for the rest of the weekend. The fact that we lost that Friday night game it
really set the tone for the next month. So now they're 7th because if it's a 3-way tie with ODU, Texas State, and the Cajuns, it's not all head-to-head or anything like that. It's record against opponents. And the Cajuns had the best record with Texas State and ODU against common opponents. But because ODU laid an egg, the Cajuns are playing on Tuesday. Now, here's going to be the problem, right? Although it's all season long, you play the 170th RPI team, you're going to fall out of the top 40, unfortunately.
Yeah, right now we're at 39.
So if you win, you're still going to fall out.
Right.
But you may go up 1 or 2 spots, whether you win or lose against Coastal. And if you win, you're going to pop up again another
back to the top 40.
They were actually they popped up 6 spots both times because before the game ended, or no, I will say this: as the game ended, I looked at Warren Nolan. They were 45 when that game ended.
Wow!
Based on other results on the day, so they went from first time they went from 48 to 42. Then they popped, they went from 45 to 39, right? And then they popped back down. Then they went back from 45
39,
back to 39. So, and they would play Luke Jones would pitch on. He was the Thursday starter, right? And they did a number on him.
Yeah.
Although, not really, right? I mean, Markle's got to be the fastest third baseman in the nation. He scored on a bloop double.
But I think, I think the fact of the matter is that Brash just pitched a shot.
Brash was outstanding.
Yeah,
Brash was outstanding. Right.
That was the difference.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Luke Jones pitched all that poorly. He certainly wasn't as dominating as Horn or Fluky was. But I mean, the Cajuns did what they had to do the last couple weekends, right? They went on the road. They beat App State. They came home and beat Coastal Carolina. That UNO game is killing them. And I'm gonna start this yapping right now. Okay, go look at these RPIs because Kentucky has no business being in the tournament. They're 35. They have won 2 series in the SEC. 2.
Yeah,
you can't get in there if you can't get in there. And their non-conference schedule was like 140th or something like that. So Kentucky doesn't deserve to be in. Also, they canceled the game because they were too tired coming back from wherever they were.
Oh, well, go down the list of canceled games in the last couple weeks.
Well, the other one is NC State. NC State canceled.
Correct.
And they're right below the
42.
Cajuns. They're right below the Cajuns. They, too, have a losing record in the ACC. Their non-conference schedule is like 240. So somewhere along the way, those 2 teams should not be in there, which bodes well for, Texas State and Troy could get in, right?
Troy's at 45 right now. Texas State is at 44. So
there you go. So, you take Kentucky and NC State out of there. Neither one of them should get in.
Correct.
One of them probably will, but they shouldn't. So right now, Coastal and Texas State have Texas State is the second hardest non-conference schedule, and Coastal Carolina is third hardest non-conference schedule.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Strength of schedule for non-con for Texas State is at 17. So yeah.
Oh, hold on. And I was looking. Well, hold on. What was I looking at?
So Louisiana's non-conference strength of schedule is 61. I thought it'd be higher, but Texas State is at 13. I mean, that's.
Oh, Troy is at 2. I'm sorry. Troy is at 2.
Yeah.
Non-conference strength of schedule. And the Cajuns are at 61. But Kentucky is at 142. North Carolina State is at 240. Texas State is 17. Coastal Carolina is 3, which bodes well for them.
LSU finally fell out of the top 50, which was crazy to me.
Well,
that they were still being talked about. Dude, they were still being talked about. Oh, maybe they're in the bubble.
They have been swept. They have been swept more often this year than, of course, the one year the Cajuns need them to be good. They're not.
That just shows you, man.
They got swept more this season than they did win series. And yet people kept on putting them in last 4 out. And I'm like, no, they're not. They're not. So we'll see. And again, we hope that, Kyle Peterson will ask Mike Alford, right? Is he a Lafayette High grad?
Peterson? Who?
Kyle Peterson on ESPN.
Yeah.
Right. We'll talk to Michael Alford, who's the chairman of the baseball committee.
Yeah.
Not only did you penalize anybody for canceling, but did you put somebody in there who didn't cancel,
Right.
like the Cajuns? Right. Where would the Cajuns be if they didn't play UNO? Right. They'd be where Kentucky is right now. They'd be
Correct.
35.
Right.
They'd be in there. So there's that. You can maybe go a little bit higher. Miami canceled. West Virginia canceled at Marshall.
Well, I'm with you. I want to see if that holds any water because I think it's all bullshit. That letter they sent out was a joke. I don't think it holds any water, but we'll see. That they'll have the opportunity to prove that. Absolutely.
We'll see. But even if you don't hold that against NC State or I don't leave my things on. Let's see if this is better. Even if they don't hold, my lights are going to go out. Hold on a second.
Oh, good. We're flying by the seat of our pants tonight, there, Dave. So
right, hold on. Even if you don't hold it against them, they don't deserve. Microphone sound better. They don't deserve to make it based on their results. You don't even have to hold the cancellation against NC State and Kentucky. Their results on the field do not deserve to be in the NCAA tournament.
But look what conference they're
Well,
in.
we'll see.
Oh, well,
We'll see.
It's like the
We'll
SEC.
recap.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I'll
they
have
just
a-
beat each other up, so it's fine. That drives me nuts, man.
Well, the fix is in. So we'll probably have that as an episode moving forward.
Dave, are you going to Montgomery?
No.
I don't.
No.
Well, neither are the two play-by-play and color guys, so they'll be in New Orleans. It doesn't matter.
What's going on?
Well, every year they never put the play-by-play and color guy in the stadium. They're always from New Orleans, which drives me nuts. But
That is, yeah. Why don't you? Couldn't you? You could have a studio show,
right?
That in New Orleans, and have two people do that, while maybe I don't know, one of the, I'd say one of the TV broadcasters, like I don't know, Dan McDonald, right, because they can do radio, so have him, and you could have one of the other TV guys come into New Orleans for a week. I know that's a little bit extra money, but have them host the show down there in case we get rain.
Review. We have we're ready to go.
Yeah.
You and me arguing. That'd be quality entertainment right there, son.
Well, the other fan bases may not appreciate that too much. I may be a little bit more level-headed than you, but just a little.
Probably.
But yeah, you could have a studio show and have those guys on site. Yes.
Yeah. Somebody
And
told
then
me
you
about
build that
Missouri.
studio and you only use it for championships.
I just
and
don't
the
get
Sun
that,
Belt Media
man.
Day.
I just don't get that.
I
how
don't
much
understand
extra money is it to send two guys for a few days in a hotel room and to sit there? I don't know.
Well, right. It can't be. Well, it's not cheap, right? They're there all week. I'm sure Matt Stewart's flying in. He's either flying in tomorrow or Monday.
Yeah, well, he's based out of Georgia, isn't he?
He's out of Atlanta, but he flies in. Well,
Somebody
maybe I'll reach out to him and see if he wants to record tomorrow.
Missouri might try to sneak in. That would be interesting.
Missouri's going to sneak in.
They're at 20. Oh, they're at 27. No, that's Missouri State. Excuse me. Missouri's at 115. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah. Who said Missouri's getting
30?
in? Who said Missouri's getting in?
Someone in the chat said Missouri could possibly sneak in. I don't. I mean, they're 6-24 in the SEC.
Yeah. No, they're bad.
But don't put it past the
Missouri
SEC.
State's going to be a 2 seed.
You know, Missouri. I mean, it is SEC, Dave. They could expand the tournament next year to get all of the SEC teams in because they're just so.
How about Mercer sitting there at 26? Jacksonville State. Boston College is another team, but they have a winning record. All right.
Do. Yeah.
They have a winning record, but they're another team that canceled, but their out of conference schedule is 261.
And their
But
strength of schedule is 94. Not great. Yeah.
That's their non-conference RPI is 94. The non-conference schedule is 261.
Wow.
So Boston College is going to get in because they got a winning record and they're 36-20. Kentucky's 31-20 with a losing record. North Carolina State is 32-21 with a losing record, right? So, the Cajuns have more wins than both those teams, and we'll see if either one of them gets in, right?
Yeah,
Clemson shouldn't get in. Clemson's not going to get in, right?
They're Clemson. But Grant justified his comment about Missouri as he was joking. But I am such a literal person.
Right.
I took that. I was like, all right. Somebody said, I don't know, man. He said it, so I said it. UC Santa Barbara. I think UC San Diego was doing well, right? Didn't we play them earlier this season? I don't even know.
Yes.
I know they were playing really well.
Yep.
So good stuff, man. I think so. Here's the $1 million question that I think we all want to know and probably don't know the answer to.
Is Lane going to put up the $1 million before I answer it?
I would love for him to put up the $1 million. But if the Cajuns happen to stumble against Marshall, do you think we make the?
It's going to be a long 6. It's going to be a long 6 days. I'll tell you that.
I agree, because then it's out of your hands. You're all depending on what happens outside of.
It's going to be a long 6 days. Now, do I think they deserve to get in? I do.
Yeah.
Right. I gave you 3 teams. Again, Boston College are going to get in because they got a winning record, but Kentucky and NC State should not. And those are the only ones I looked at with the power numbers and bad conference results. But yeah, if you lose to Marshall, and just think that your two of your 3 last losses are to Marshall and UNL. That's not great,
Who
right?
do you think wins the tournament? Who do you think wins the tournament? Who do you think wins the Sun Belt tournament this year?
Oh, Southern Miss.
Yeah.
I think Southern Miss is going to win the tournament. I do, depending on where they go, right? And again, it's the same thing, right? It's amazing how talented the Cajuns can be, but is Cody Brash even 6 foot? Andrew Herman's a big guy. He looks but here's the thing.
Pruitt's a big dude.
Pruitt's a big dude, but that's the thing. I went to that A&M regional, and they're bringing out their their third or fourth lefty, and they're all 6'4", 6'5", right? We got a lot of Chase Morgans on the mound that are 6'3", $180, maybe. Right. But the reason I like the Cajuns' chances should they go to a regional, you got Brash and Andrew Herman. I'll take that 1-2 versus almost anybody.
You're really going with the Andrew Herman thing and not Herman, right?
Is it Herman? I thought it was Herman.
No, that's what Deggs calls him. He also calls somebody else something stupid, Lane. Who is it?
Oh.
He calls him Herman. It's Herman.
Maybe that's where I picked it up from. Whatever you guys tell me it is. I was calling him Andrew Herman, but I heard him call him Herman.
That is, again, that is the most the most Deggs thing ever.
Okay, so if it's Andrew Herman. But I would go Brash and Herman versus, and plus, if the Cajuns get in, they'll probably be a 3 seed and have to play the 2 seed rather than a 1. Right. So I'll take my chances with Cody Brash up against, 17 through, 31 team, 32 team. I'll take my chances there. He'd be as good as anybody.
Dave, I got to ask you, this has nothing to do with the tournament, nothing with this season.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on Deggs' comments about trying to move in the outfield wall?
Why would we do that? I understand that, they didn't hit 40 home runs this year. But that's the whole point of playing for the Cajuns, is that usually you have good pitching. On the other hand, go look at how many home runs the Cajuns pitching gave up and start questioning why you don't move the walls back.
We would have given up 3 more bombs this weekend against Coastal had the wall been moved. It works both ways, bro.
Yeah. Friday would have gotten very interesting.
It would
very
have
quickly if we moved the walls in. But haven't they given up double the home runs? I think they've given up double the home runs that they've hit. Yeah, there's no reason.
I want to say we've given up 70 or 80 or so.
Yeah, and they haven't hit 40.
Yeah.
They've
a
given
lot
up
of those
a bunch
on the
of home runs.
road too, Lane. We did go to a period where we couldn't stop giving up home runs. Grant's asking, is Chase Morgan going to be back? Not this year, but I do fully expect him to be back next year.
He's hopping. I was told by a very good source Very good source. He is going to start rehabbing in June or July.
And for
he's
those of
expected
you
back
asking,
with the
is he
Cajuns.
going to leave for NIL, bro?
I did not ask that, but I was told he was expected back with the Cajuns.
I will tell
Now, that could
NIL-wise,
change.
he was offered a lot of money by a school in Texas, and he turned it down. He just wants to come and play ball, be with his girlfriend. He loves Lafayette, and he wants to fish.
I can't imagine you'd be rolling the dice if you rolled out a lot of money for Chase Morgan, right? These teams can't afford. A lot of teams can't afford that.
Well, again, this was after we went to regional and Chase.
Yeah, no, that was after his freshman year. Yeah,
exactly.
But I'm saying now, when he hadn't pitched all year, I'm sure he turned down a pretty good 6-figure salary, I guess if you want to say that.
But I got to tell you, a lot of money is being tossed at players from back channels within the NIL world.
The kid up here in Louisville, he set the Cardinals home run record. Does he lead the nation in home runs? Teague Davis. The coach is saying you can just look at his DMs. He's not in the portal.
Same. I could tell you the names of schools doing it. But then I don't want to get involved in all that. So
I thought they passed the rules that there's no tampering anymore. Or you can't tamper.
There wasn't any paying players when Will Wade was coach, and now he's coaching again in the NCAA. What does it matter?
Has he gotten anybody yet? Have I been under a rock?
He's got a guy from like the Ukraine and Yugoslavia, but no American players. Nobody wants to play with the dude in the U.S.
That's really interesting because regardless of what you think of Will Wade, he's a really good basketball coach.
Well, he's something.
He's a good basketball coach.
At that.
So,
Dave, I'll give you final thoughts. We're going to close it out and have some good Zydeco music to do it.
Well, a few things. The way the Sun Belt finished up. I know we don't like to do it, and they were certainly rooting for the Cajuns all week, but you got to give a hat tip to Southern Miss.
Yep.
They were 5 games back, rolled off like 15 out of 16 was it 14 out of 15 games? And competition wasn't tough at the end, JMU and Georgia Southern, but okay. But baseball's not meant to be swept. I don't think Coastal Carolina has swept anybody since Marshall at least a month ago.
They have not.
So hat tip to Southern Miss as regular season champions. Kind of, we could probably look back, or they can look back at the Cajuns winning that series, and maybe that's when their season turned around a little bit. We could look back. So congratulations to Southern Miss. Hey, congratulations to App State. They finished 3rd, right? They started out rough because they had Coastal and Southern Miss 2 out of their first 3 series. They finished 3rd. So they got something going over there. Texas State had an incredibly roller coaster season.
Yeah, screw those guys.
They were way up there. They were in the 30s, and then it didn't look like they were going to go to the Sun Belt Conference tournament, and they're doing well. And then I really do feel bad for Arkansas State and ULM. They had such good starts. Mike Silva's doing a great job with Arkansas State, and I don't know if they got banged up or what the case was, but they sort of fell apart. And since Ford Pemberton got ejected for really no reason, well, he got ejected because he was arguing, but I think he got ejected because there was smack talk between the two teams. They kind of went down the tubes, and they got a couple of, there's a couple of coaches that had the teams going in the right direction and didn't make it, Also, hat tip to ODU, right? They were going nowhere fast too. And so there's a lot of exciting baseball. Again, I would be surprised right now. I will be surprised if it's anybody but Southern Miss. I think they are better than everybody else right now. Again, we have to, they didn't, again, the last couple of series wasn't that the toughest thing, but something's not right with Coastal, whatever that is. Not quite as powerful.
It may just be they're hitting their, every team seems to at some point have a dip in the season. I feel like Southern Miss had it when they played us, and now they're on the uptrend.
Yeah.
I mean, they could fix it in this tournament, but you feel like they're still going to be really tough team.
They could. Also you want to give a hat tip to somebody who didn't win today, Russ Norman. He has not pitched well as of late at all. And compared to Fluky, which I love using this, his 2 outings that his numbers weren't great. They were hard ground balls that weren't fielded. They were ruled base hits. And Last time out, he gave up 4 runs, but only 1 was earned, so the defense didn't play well at all. Pitched obviously well yesterday. But Russ Norman had been getting hit hard. That's the reasons that they weren't completing some sweeps. They're not pitching well on Saturday, and he pitched well today. So I don't think it's up for grabs. I'll be shocked if it's anybody but Southern Miss and Coastal Carolina. I'm hoping somehow, some way, we get 4 teams in the NCAA tournament. I think we're going to get 3 with the Cajuns. I had predicted 4, but Arkansas State tanked, and all of a sudden Troy's, like you said, Texas State is 44, Troy is 45, or the other way around, I think. So you got a shot. You got a shot at least 3 and maybe 4. And we'll see if Southern Miss can make a run. Southern Miss, as regular season champs, and if they're tournament champs, they could be a national seed, depending on what else happens. But they could be a national seed.
That's crazy. Final question. Rodney Hennon at Georgia Southern, really good coach, bad season. Does he survive it?
He's been there a long time.
Yes.
And odd, they just finished their baseball facility.
No, well, that's Georgia State, didn't it?
Oh, was that Georgia State or Georgia Southern?
Georgia State finished. No, Georgia Southern's not building. I think it's Georgia State that's finishing their facility.
They're just, okay. I thought it was Georgia Southern. So Georgia State, as the season's ending, I'm not talking about the stadium. They showed new clubhouses and everything like that. I thought it was Georgia Southern.
No. That's Georgia State.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's a tough spot for Georgia Southern. They're used to winning, and didn't they start off 0-12?
Yeah. It was bad this year, man.
I think they had a 10-game losing streak in there as well.
But you're talking about a guy that was kind of like road legacy coach, where he's won, conference championships and been good year after year.
Right.
I just hate to see him have one terrible year and
not
survive.
Right.
But we'll see.
And then what happened to JMU fell apart, right? They beat the Cajuns,
dude. Yeah.
They beat
everybody
Virginia,
beat us in their
and they went
conference.
into the tank after that. Like they were almost not trying. And of course they try on Saturday, and the Cajuns got to play Marshall because of that.
Thanks for that.
All right, gentlemen.
What a crazy Sunbelt
Lane,
conference
wake up.
there.
Wake up, Lane. There you go.
Yeah, Lane is falling asleep. Well, thanks, Dave, for joining us. We appreciate it. I'm going to take us out with a song that is, of course, Cajun, called You Stole My Chicken, because, of course, we beat the Chickens this weekend, Dave.
That seems like Chico Rodriguez's theme song.
Well, you missed Chico. He was on.
That's his walk-up song.
It would be. Well, Dave, thanks for joining us. Lane, appreciate you coming on. For everybody here, y'all have a good rest of your weekend. Have a fun Saturday night. And until next time, Dave, Lane, everybody watching, go Cajuns. We'll see you in the tournament.